So now,
Many thousands of years back, there lived two twins, one named Truth and another named a lie. So, in one fine afternoon, these two twins, the Truth and Lie, went to the river to have a swim. And they both, opened their clothes and dived into the river. And Lie, being Lie, quickly got up out from the river, wore the clothes of the Truth, and head back to the village. And when Truth came up of the river, he found that his clothes were nowhere there. And he did not wanted to wear the clothes of the Lie. So he went naked to the village. When he reached the village, he saw that Lie was already representing himself as Truth. And everybody was applauding and really acknowledging about what he was. Being naked, he tried to explain all the villagers that I am the real Truth. Please look at me. Please believe me. But then he was naked and nobody wanted to look at him. He said, oh my God, you don't look nice. You're naked and really I don't want to look at you. No matter how much he tried to convince all the villagers that I am the real Truth and he is wearing my clothes, he is a lie. But nobody wanted to believe him. And from years and generations, that's what naked truth is. Nanga Sach. Good afternoon, and thank you, Lokesh, for the amazing session. And this is Abhirup, and what I would like to take you through in the next 30, 35, 40 minutes is how you can build stories to impact clients. I mean, Lokesh already picked up my 2-3 formats, but anyway, I'll repeat that for your own benefit. But what I try to do here? With your participation, I would like to have the hand mics on the tables, please, because this has to be interactive, because until you learn how to write and tell stories, this workshop or this 45 minutes will go in for a waste. But what I just try to tell you is the truth most of the time loses to lie told beautifully. And that's why that is all about naked truth. Nanga Sach. Now, I did share a story with you. So, as a give and take policy, I would want that you guys also should share a story with me. Yes or no? Are we good? So, can we start in the journey of sharing stories? Can I have an yes? Okay, I think really down energy, even if the dance happens. So can we do it once more? Can I start the journey of sharing stories? Can I have an yes? Okay, still better, 20%, but still I'll go with that with the paucity of time. Now, I believe, and I 100% believe, that this is a story all of you know. Yes or no? Can I have a raise of hands? Who knows the rabbit and the tortoise story? So can I have a hand mic? Can anyone share the story, please? Anyone? Anyone from the crowd, can you share the story? Can I have a hand mic on the table? Anyone? Please volunteer. We don't have time. Anyone? It's a very easy story, right? Raise of hands. Be courageous. Nobody's going to judge here. What was the story of the rabbit and tortoise? Yeah, please stand up. Anyone? It's an easy story. Yes, from this table. अरे बताइए क्या था रैबिट और टॉर्टॉइस का स्टोरी आपने सब लोग हाथ उठाए बताइए आई रियली वांट टू हियर यस प्लीज कैन आई हैव अ माइक प्लीज यस गिव मी अ माइक नोबडी वांट्स टू रेज हैंड्स आई विल गिव अ माइक एंड दे विल शेयर यस सर मैम यू रेज्ड हैंड्स प्लीज शेयर द स्टोरी ऑफ रैबिट एंड टॉर्टॉइस क्या था स्टोरी
सर स्टोरी था देयर इज़ अ रेस जहाँ पे रैबिट और टॉर्टोइस ने सेम टाइम में रेस स्टार्ट किया एंड फर्स्ट जो स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द टाइम रैबिट बहुत तेज़ जा रहा था और टॉर्टोइज स्लो जा रहा था और रैबिट स्पीड में लेके एक जगह पे जाके थक गया, रुक गया. टॉर्टोइज स्लो था मगर स्टेडी था, चलता गया, रेस विन कर लिया.
Thank you. Can I have a big round of applause for ma'am, please? Super. So, what was the moral of the story, ma'am?
Steady.
Slow and steady
Wins the race.
wins the race, right? Now, the challenge of today's world that slow and steady doesn't win the race. So, this was season one. Now, OTT ka zamana hai. So, this was season one, and there came season two. Anybody aware of the season two of this story? No one? Achha, she's aware, obviously. No one aware of the season two? Okay, so season two, I'll share with you. So, season two, so tortoise got very angry. बहुत गुस्सा आ गया ऐसे कैसे सो रैबिट गॉट वेरी एंग्री एक्चुअली ऐसे कैसे मेरे को हरा दिया ऐसे तो नहीं हो सकता है एंड सो देन रैबिट थॉट दैट नो ये तो कुछ करना पड़ेगा देन रैबिट टॉर्टोइस को जाके बोला बॉस रिपीट वन मोर रेस टॉर्टोइस बोला ठीक है टॉर्टोइस एक्सेप्टेड and the race happened but this time rabbit was very careful and he said अब तो मैं नहीं सोएगा और रेस हुआ रैबिट एकदम 10-15-30 seconds में पहुंच गया एकदम जीत गया टॉर्टोइस अभी भी धीरे धीरे गया and then rabbit won the second race. So fast and intelligent win the race. But यहाँ पे स्टोरी खत्म नहीं होता है सीजन 3 आया अभी टॉर्टोइस गुस्सा हो गया अभी 1-1 है ऐसे कैसे चलेगा सो देन टॉर्टोइस अगेन वेंट बोले ठीक है हमने एक जीता तुमने एक जीता तीसरे बार लगा ले नाउ द रैबिट वाज ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट अरे ये तो टॉर्टोइस है क्या ही चलेगा हार्डली इट मैटर्स राइट सो व्हाट विल हैपन लेकिन टॉर्टोइस ने बोला लेकिन इस बार इट इज माई रूल रूट मेरा होगा रैबिट बोला हाँ ठीक है चल देख लेंगे सो लेकिन the tortoise came up with a new route and he changed the game. बोला नया टेरन होगा इसमें बीच में एक नदी आएगा और नदी के पार करके फिनिश लाइन होगा ये हो गया आपका सीजन नंबर 3. Now the rabbit doesn't know how to swim. Yeah. And the tortoise, they started at the end of the bank of the river, rabbit stopped, tortoise धीरे धीरे नदी में गया, नदी पार किया, जीत गया. This was season number 3, but here also the story doesn't stop here. It goes to the finale. Season finale became very interesting. And the both of them then together got along. And they said, भाई बहुत हो गया मारपीट बहुत हो गया let's not do this over and over again because in today's world of competitive advantage the best way to win is to together collaborate and multiply and we win. And that's when in the next race even when the river was there the rabbit got on the tortoise top and traveled in the river and they both won. And the future belongs to collaborations. Now this story that I just shared in 4 seasons, in 4 parts, what did I share with you? What was the topic? What was the concept that I shared with you? What was I trying to share with you guys? Yes? Collaboration wins, cooperation wins, together we win. Collective support. So I did not have to share these words. आप लोगों ने ये सब words सोचा. I didn't talk about it. But because of this story, it helped you to understand better or more stronger, and this story will maybe remain with you quite some time, that this is what collaboration is all about. And that's what stories make. And that's what how stories impact, and that is storytelling. But इसमें सिर्फ story का बात भी नहीं है. There is also about how you tell the story. So Lokesh was very nice of talking about number of words per minute, as well as the pause, as well as the tone, the high and the low, and trying to make and create an impact of how you are actually sharing the story. And that comes to the my. This is something which I'll be keep on telling for the next 20, 25 minutes. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. ये एकदम रट लीजिए आप. Anything that you talk about, any jargons, anything that you talk about, people will not remember, not even the 5 minutes that you talk about. What will keep in their mind is the stories that you share, the experience that you share, the emotions that you connect with. Facts tell, stories sell. Right? So data is something which is boring. I know there may be a lot of CAs in this room, but data in a CA room is also boring. Even if there are a bunch of CAs in a room and you are a CA presenting data, for the CA sitting in the room is also boring. So you have to convert that data into stories, which will then create that lasting impact where it will transform from information to transformation. So the transformation is, when you give an information, how do you create the transformations is by telling amazing stories. So here is one framework which I call the story framework, which is a very common framework. It's not something which I have created. It is a very standard framework which starts with the situation, setting the scene. So I set the scene, whatever it is. Then the tension, it's a typical Bollywood movie. So raise the stakes, keep the tension, then create the obstacle, the challenge. What is that obstacle? And then you share the resolution. And then maybe you can share, like typical moral of the story, right? We shared, slow and steady wins the race, collaboration, the future belongs to collaboration, facts tell, stories tell, whatever you're learning. And that's what the story is. So please take it down. If you want to take a picture, because this is something which we will be used when we do our activity. Yeah, don't think that you will only listen and not do anything. Huh? You have to create stories also. So this is a framework. It's a very easy framework. I'll not get into deeper because obviously it takes a lot of time. I don't have such much time. So this is one of the framework. And so if I give you a quick example, so let's say there is a client rejection, your proposal is dismissed, and your confidence stalling, what you can do is, why didn't the facts land? What happened is because you did not create that solution. You did not give that solution. You did not create that obstacle that will create. So that's why testimonials, we offer a lot of testimonials, we offered a lot of case studies so that the client understands where my issue is there, and then reframing through that particular case study and stories that we can land the room. So this is something which you can think about. This is the number 2, second tool. This we will not use today, but this is for your homework. So next is curiosity. So Lokesh talked about the hook. And so when I started off 1,000 years, so that creates the curiosity, what this guy is going to talk about. But not only curiosity helps, right? So whenever you see a movie poster, you're curious what this movie is all about. But though now in the AI and the digital world, the trailers are out. But even with the trailers gives you the curiosity. And every trailer you will see, there are conflicts in those trailers, which will entice you to go and watch the movie. Definitely, emotion becomes a very, very critical part in the entire storytelling framework. Without emotion, without feelings, you cannot connect with people, because people, no matter how good or bad, so generally it's a saying that, women are more emotional. Nothing of that sort. All human beings are emotional, whereas men and women. It's just that some are expressive, some are not. And then there should be an element of surprise. That's something which nobody expects. Now, this surprise is very interesting and which you have to really understand. So, how many of you have got birthday gifts? Raise of hands. Birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, wedding gifts. And how many of you, when you got the gift and when you took it and opened up, it was a, already have, ye kya hai? Arre mere paas hai. Like the Diwali laddu, besan ka laddu, you pass it on. That's not the kind of surprise people look for, right? How many of you got a surprise and you got something like, yeah, this is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. And that's what clients expect. A surprise that gives a, yeah. And that what surprise in your storytelling also. It's a, yeah, this is exactly. So yesterday I met a client, because I worked with IBM for quite some time, and the client also started his organization getting up from IBM. And when we were like exchanging, I was like putting up jargons which I knew that he will like. And exactly, this is what I was saying. Yeah, that is what I was talking. I was talking about strategic consulting and all these big, big words, which I never use in my other client meetings. But there I had to use because I know I will get a response. Yes, Abhiru, this is what I really meant. And then you provide the resolution. So create the loop, raise the tension, start the expectation. And so this is another, you can take it down, you can form your stories. So you can use either of the frameworks when we go into the activity. So this is called an emotional curve. Again, if you talk about, see any storyline, any movie, anything you talk about, they follow these two storylines. Now you must be wondering, how do I make my story? Yes or no, right? Where do I find stories? Trust me, my dear friends, stories are everywhere. In your day-to-day life, from your time you wake up till you go to sleep, all are stories. Your life itself is a big story. And that is where you just need to pick it from there, script it out, and practice and share. And give it a framework. And if you are more interested in storytelling, well, you have the internet, you have the phone, the smartphone, use it. The challenge is we don't remember stories and anecdotes and where to exactly use it. That is where we get the challenge. But if we can remember stories, the stories that stuck to us, the stories that inspire us, those stories will always be with us. Whether it's a story about, rags to riches or hardship to success, these stories always work. And for business storytelling, if I talk about business storytelling, anyone, sure you have, I don't own, but how many of you open an Apple? Apple, any products of Apple? Yeah, can I have a raise of hands? Now, why did you buy Apple? You could have bought any phones. Same features. Same call, same WhatsApp, same Facebook, same Insta. What did Apple sell? Does Apple sell phones? What does it sell? Anyone in the room? What does Apple sell? Come on, I know you know. Just share. I'm 100% confident you guys know. What does Apple sell? Why have you bought an Apple? Sorry? Brand value, but Samsung is also a brand. MI is also a decent brand. Is it only brand that it sells? Why have you bought an Apple? Because not safety, okay. Why have you bought an Apple?
For the user experience.
Sorry?
User experience.
User experience. Why have you bought an Apple? Why, when a launch of the new model of Apple happens, in the very first day, there is thousands of people queuing up to get that phone, which could have bought 1 week later also. Why do you think there is so much of hype about this product or about this brand? Because Apple doesn't sell any of the features that you talked about. We don't buy Apple because of features, because features are in every phone. Some more, some less. We buy Apple because it gives us identity. It's a lifestyle choice. लोग सैमसंग फोन में भी पीछे में एप्पल का लोगो लगा के घूमते हैं. Yes or no? Right? Because it's about the identity. So Apple discovered that we are not going to sell a phone. We'll tell people that you're buying Apple, that's your identity. We don't sell phones. We sell something because it stands out for innovation. It stands out for technological advancement. They don't sell phones. Like Amazon is not a marketplace. They don't sell products. What does Amazon sell? It sells convenience. Same with Swiggy, same with Zomato. They're convenience. They don't sell products. So people don't buy ideas, they buy journeys. What is the journey that you have with your product? Once a person uses Apple, they will never shift to a Samsung because it's the journey. It's the journey that they go through. Even if they are not having the upgraded or the most latest model, but they will still go on and buy or stick on to their brand. People don't buy ideas, they buy journeys. I don't have time. She's already standing here. Thank you. Can I have a big round of applause? Beautiful story. Thank you for the young lady. I will end that all of you made us feel something, and that's what stories makes. In this noisy world, a storyteller becomes a leader, and stories create connection before conversation. And I will leave you with one final story. So in a village, there lived a guy, a farmer actually, who had one horse. And that one horse once left to the jungle, and all the villagers came back to this farmer and said, "Oh my God, such a bad thing happened with you. You had only one horse, and that horse already went away." And this man, was like a typical Bobby Dole face, said, "Good or bad, hard to say." Then that one horse that went into the jungle left came back with 6 more horses. Now, how many horses the farmer has? 7, yes. So the villagers again came in, and the villagers, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. The God has been so kind. That has been so great. God has been so nice to you. You had 1 horse, now you have 7 horses. Now you're so rich." And the farmer said, "Good or bad, hard to say." The farmer had a son, and he took one of the horses and took for a ride in the jungle, fell down, broke his leg. And he came back home. Again, the villagers came in. "Oh my God, that was such bad. The horses were so bad for you. It was a bad omen. God has been so unkind. It's some bad luck for you." And the farmer said, "Good or bad? Hard to say." And then the king was going for a war. And as the king was going for the war, the ministers were coming in each of the villages and picking up young boys. And came to the farmer's house and found the boy lying in the bed with a broken leg. So he couldn't go to the war. And again the villagers came and said, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. Thank God your son broken the leg. He's not going to the war. Now your son will live. Our son will die." And the farmer said, "Thank you. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. Thank you. I'm Abhirup, and you can connect me in LinkedIn and social media. Thank you so much. Lovely platform. Thank you so much. And thank you. And I hope now you understand making stories are easy. Thank you. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your energetic session. And I think words when doesn't connect you, story can connect with someone. So as Maya Angelou beautiful said, that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget what you made them feel. So today our esteemed speaker, Mr. Abhirup Sem, has created a beautiful story.